This week on The Splash, we bring the community together. Then we sit in on an exercise class. And later, we get the rough details on a new pet store. The Splash is a production of Civic Center TV. We're a news magazine that covers everything from local news to feature stories, all so that we can bring you the latest from the greater West Bloomfield area. And now, let's dive into The Splash.
Welcome to The Splash. I'm Brooke Allen. Thank you for being with us. Maintaining a sense of community is important, and that's why the members of the clergy and community in West Bloomfield gather once a year to keep relationships strong. We had reporter Jake Kustash report on this year's meeting.
Every year, community leaders in West Bloomfield gather for the Clergy and Community meeting, and this year it was hosted right here at Civic Center TV.
We were here today for the West Bloomfield Clergy and Community meeting here at the Cable Communication Commission, and we had a lovely lunch. We learned a lot more about the programming going on through cable in West Bloomfield and the outside communities.
I definitely like to partake in meetings like this because it just opens up your world to what is happening in the greater West Bloomfield area. And there's so much, there's so many things taking place.
Members come together over a catered lunch and get a chance to discuss some of the things happening in their respective communities.
Sharing information, and that's what it's all about. I firmly believe, and I think all these individuals that are here firmly believe, in community partnerships and just sharing what's taking place across this area and what we have for our children and things like that.
Individuals from a variety of backgrounds come to the meeting, allowing for a diverse set of information to be shared.
We bring a lot of members of different organizations together and talk about what we're working on and some of the upcoming events. And it's a great opportunity to get to know, what's happening in our communities.
Because of the diversity that we have here, we learned a lot about the other things that are going on through other community groups and the way that we can all kind of connect with each other and support each other.
So you basically got the government and the schools and the religious organizations all working together and sharing resources, and it provides a better service to our residents.
With a variety of people who attend the annual meeting, the greater West Bloomfield community as a whole becomes closer and more well-connected. Reporting for The Splash, I'm Jake Kustash.
To find out more, you can visit civiccentertv.com/GWB Clergy. Everyone needs to keep healthy, but for those who may not have the physical capabilities to do so, there's another option. And we had reporter Ryan Younglove visit the Sit to Stay Fit class at the Spirit of Grace Church.
I'm here today at Spirit of Grace Church, where we learn how to sit to stay fit.
The class today is a Sit to Stay Fit class, and it's very much of a yoga, Pilates, resistance training using straps, and it's geared for people who basically either want to stay seated or want to use a chair for balance when standing, and we utilize the chair for various different things to help us. It's a kind of a tool in this class, and the straps are a tool as well, and we did utilize a small ball as well. So we just use little things to help us move into our bodies and stretch and maybe do a little resistance training to build. It's generally one of those things where younger people may not be interested, although today we had a young person in there and she said that it really helped her to stretch. But I think sometimes young people want something that moves a little quicker, and but this is a very slow-paced class where it's very much where it's what you want. It really can be for all different ages.
Not only is this beneficial for people's health, it is also beneficial to the community.
It's a community thing. It helps to bring people together in the community. It brings people who may not know one another and it may not even go to this church, but yet they hear about it and then they come here and then they meet people of like mind. And that's always maybe sometimes hard to do in our world today, where we're on the computer and the internet and we're not out in our community. So anything that gets us out and meeting the people that we live next door to is really, really important. And this is just one of those things bringing people together.
The Sit to Stay Fit class was a very good insight on how to stay healthy for people of all abilities here in the greater West Bloomfield. This has been Ryan Younglove reporting for The Splash.
For more information, feel free to stop by our website at civiccentertv.com/sit-to-stay-fit. Coming up, we learn about West Bloomfield's newest pet store and then a new episode of Sidewalk Talk.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV. And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm Brooke Allen. Thank you for being with us. West Bloomfield is happy to have a brand new pet store located at the Orchard Mall. Premier Pet Supply has recently opened their doors and is excited to get involved in the community. And reporter Tyler Kieft has more on this story.
There's been a lot of change lately here at the Orchard Mall, and we recently joined in on welcoming some doggone good company. In West Bloomfield Township, the ever-bustling Orchard Mall welcomed another brand new business to the community recently with the opening of Premier Pet Supply. A family-owned company, Premier comes to West Bloomfield after growing throughout Oakland County since it first opened in 1992 with a focus on providing quality service with a greater care for its customers and their pets.
You know, we're both so excited to be a part of this community. I think that people will recognize that we're going to work really, really hard to earn our customers' business and to keep it. You know, it's about relationships. We're not trying to get people to spend as much money as they possibly can when they walk through our doors. We want people to walk out of our doors feeling comfortable and confident with their purchase, feeling as if they've gotten a great value and they've gotten some great information, because we love to educate our customers, and you know, in accomplishing that, I think would ensure that, you know, we're here for a very long time.
Desiring to immediately immerse themselves in the greater West Bloomfield community, Premier's ownership opened its doors to West Bloomfield and invited its people to rejoice with them about their grand opening, making a pointed effort to show that West Bloomfield was more than an opportunity. It was a destination.
We love the community of West Bloomfield and always have. You know, we've got friends out here and family out this way, and we knew that, you know, a store like ours is something that the community would embrace and there was a need for.
Yeah, it was something that we've always wanted to do, as Mike had stated, and being here, we've been welcomed with open arms, even with our soft opening and to our grand opening today, which has been really nice.
From the onset of their business 17 years ago, Premier Pet Supply has held true to their virtues of community involvement and customer relations. As they expand into our community, Premier's ownership strives to continue that tradition by getting to know their customers as well as Greater West Bloomfield.
You know, we always say we work just as hard outside of the four walls of our store as we do inside. You know, we do it because it's the right thing to do, and we do it for the right reasons. And we understand and recognize that, you know, people will appreciate businesses that are supportive of the community and want to support those businesses because, you know, for us, being a small family-owned business, you know, we try our best to make sure that we put the message out there that when you support local and support, you know, local businesses like ours, that we're more inclined to giving that money back and giving our time back to that same community.
With a focus on making an impact both on their business and on Greater West Bloomfield, these new neighbors of ours might just be the perfect fit. At the Orchard Mall in West Bloomfield Township, I'm Tyler Kieft, reporting for The Splash.
To learn more on this story, you can visit civiccentertv.com/premierwb. And now it's time for Sidewalk Talk, where reporter Patrick McElmurray asks the people of Greater West Bloomfield a star-studded question.
If I could be any celebrity, it would probably be Steve Carell, because of his range and his comedic talents. If you could be a celebrity, who would you want to be?
I would choose Angelina Jolie because of all her humanitarian work, and she's just a great person, and not to mention she's good looking.
She was my high school crush many moons ago.
That's great.
Gigi Hadid.
Who?
Yeah, she's really, really pretty, and she's a nice model.
Probably LeBron James. Yeah, because, he's probably my favorite basketball player, and, he lives in an awesome, house and, gets to live in Los Angeles and go around the world and play basketball, which is,
Stephen Colbert.
Stephen Colbert?
Yes, definitely knows all his news and politics and everything. Makes me crack up when I watch him. So I think all the people he's talked to and met and everything, it would be a pretty fun job.
Plus, he might be president one day.
Anything's possible.
I'd vote for him.
Yes.
I'd probably say Bradley Cooper. And I don't know, I like the movies he makes. I like his interviews. He seems like a good guy.
He's got good talent, too.
Yeah, yep, he's funny.
If you could change lives with any celebrity, who would you want to be and why?
Kylie Jenner, because she's a billionaire.
Yeah. Is she?
Yeah, she is. She's the youngest billionaire.
Oh, okay. I need to start working more.
Yeah.
Probably Mike Trout.
Mike Trout?
Yeah.
Are you a baseball player?
Yeah.
You pitcher or you're a catcher?
I'm a catcher and an outfielder.
Yeah. It's tough on the knees, but make it happen.
I would probably say Steven Tyler from Aerosmith, because he just opened up a new foundation recently, and it was really, really cool.
Oh, Haley Baldwin, because she's married to Justin Bieber.
Really?
I like him.
I'm just glad you didn't say Kim Kardashian.
Ew, no.
I'm Patrick McElmurray. Join us next week for another episode of Sidewalk Talk.
For more episodes of Sidewalk Talk on demand, visit civiccentertv.com/sidewalk talk. Now it's time for the Civic Center TV event update. We provide you with upcoming events around Greater West Bloomfield. And for more events coming up, visit civiccentertv.com/events. Let's Talk, an ESL discussion group, Wednesdays from 10 a.m. to 12 noon at the West Bloomfield Township Public Library. Anyone learning English or who wants to improve their skills is welcome during this English language discussion group. A tutor from the Oakland Literacy Council will facilitate the conversation and help all who attend become stronger in their English language skills. Feel free to drop in for all or part of the sessions. For more information, call 248-232-2290 or visit wblib.org. West Bloomfield Township Passport Day is held on the second Wednesday of each month when the West Bloomfield Township Clerk's Office extends regular hours to 6:30 p.m. The Clerk's Office is an acceptance agency for new passports and will help residents file passport applications as well as take acceptable passport photos. The West Bloomfield Clerk's Office is your one-stop location in town for quick, accurate answers to all of your passport-related questions. To find more information on passport services in West Bloomfield, visit the township website at wbtownship.org. Learn about some of the dangers facing our youths and teens April 11th at 7 p.m. at the West Bloomfield High School Auditorium. The Greater West Bloomfield Community Coalition has invited several guests for a forum to discuss the trends and dangers of teen usage of vapes, alcohol, marijuana, as well as mental health statistics. Gain a greater outlook into some of the dangers facing our teens today and get a chance to talk to local experts about how these issues affect us here in Greater West Bloomfield. And to learn more, you can visit gwbcoalition.org. Books and Babies, April 12th at 10 a.m. at the West Bloomfield Library. It is never too early to introduce babies to books. Stimulate your baby's brain development through movement, rhymes, finger plays, puppets, books, and creative gross motor skill activities. This is an interactive program designed to build positive communication between baby and caregiver. This class is free to attend, and you can register and find more information online at wblib.org. Join West Bloomfield Parks for the Spring Fling Egg Hunt, April 12th from 5:45 p.m. to 9 o'clock p.m. at Drake Sports Park. Hunt for eggs and turn them in for treats. Mr. and Mrs. Bunny will be there, so bring your camera and a basket to carry your goodies. A petting farm and train rides will round out the event. And due to overwhelming popularity, this event has been divided into 4 heats. You can select your preferred time during registration, and check-in will begin 30 minutes prior to each heat. Each session will be divided into 2 groups by age, and a final 5th heat is a flashlight hunt for the older kids ages 7 through 12. This event sells out quickly, so make sure to get your tickets early by visiting wbparks.org. Spring Clean Your Diet, April 16th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital Demonstration Kitchen. Learn to make easy but high-impact food swaps to boost energy, clean your digestive system, and clear your mind. Join Henry Ford West Bloomfield's culinary expert and resident farmer as they partner together to give insights on how to start a successful home garden and implement homegrown foods into your weekly meal prep. For more information, call Kelsey Bray at 248-253-8901. Join West Bloomfield Parks for their Earth Day celebration April 18th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Recreation Activity Center. Come explore the nature room and outdoor natural play area, as well as join guided hikes and live animal interactions. Other activities at the event will include recycled crafting and a visit from Rocky from the Paw Patrol. This event is free to attend, and you can find more information at wbparks.org. And that's this week's highlights. You can find more events online at civiccentertv.com/events and see everything going on in the greater West Bloomfield area. We're going to take a short break, and when we return, we'll be speaking with Matt Chatlin, West Bloomfield High School alum and owner and founder of GladiatorVeg.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Civic Center TV is your home for everything Greater West Bloomfield. Here you can tune into community programming such as our weekly news magazine show, The Splash, as well as coverage of local events and meetings in Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, and West Bloomfield. You can also watch all of your local programming online anytime at civiccentertv.com. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
For every meeting of the West Bloomfield Township Board, join Civic Center TV for a brand new show called West Bloomfield Township Board All Access, airing at 5:30 p.m. Our team will review how to access meeting agendas, go over the key issues on that night's agenda, and talk to township officials about projects happening right here in your hometown. It all happens live at 5:30 p.m. before every meeting of the West Bloomfield Township Board on Civic Center TV and 89.3 WBLD, the all-new Lakes FM.
And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back. We're joined by Matt Chatlin, West Bloomfield High School alum and owner and founder of GladiatorVeg. So Matt, hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. So you are a West Bloomfield alum, used to be on the baseball team, poker player.
Mr. Watson, wherever you are, good to see you again.
So GladiatorVeg, that's such an interesting name to me.
Thanks.
I imagine vegetables, wearing little gladiator helmets. Tell me what this is.
You were saying that's pretty funny,
so
this
tell me.
great gladiator veg fight. So gladiators were vegetarians, which is a very, very cool fact. They were slaves. So unfortunately or fortunately, they were given the cheapest, healthiest things to eat, which happened to be beans, legumes, and really a lot what we're going to be selling here at GladiatorVeg. So what we are is a sustainable fast food company, meaning that everything we do must be better for the environment and for us as individuals. We're focused on what fast food already does well, which is tacos, burgers, pizza, subs, and then our version, an avocado toast, which we know is also a fan favorite.
So 5 things.
5 things.
Only.
No confusion, no menu flipping. It is going to be these 5 things that we know and love, a couple salads as well. But yeah, those 5 things only, all at fast food prices, taking advantage, too, of some of the convenience services. First location is going to be in Westland, and we hope to see you there.
Okay, so GladiatorVeg, so vegetarian, yes?
I'm glad that you asked that because we get that question a lot. So I like saying yes to everything, right? So yes, we are vegetarian. Yes, we are vegan. At the same time, let's define those so we're all kind of under the same rule here. If you're a vegetarian, you are not eating animals. If you're a vegan, you're not eating animals or any animal derivative, like dairy, right? unfortunately, I don't know what you actually do eat at that point, right? Because we don't say. At Gladiator Veg, we do mostly, or I shouldn't say mostly, we do only a whole food plant-based diet. So it's going to be all whole food. It's going to be plants. It's going to be fruits. It's going to be vegetables, legumes. It's going to have a color of the rainbow kind of feel. And at the same time, again, it's going to be tacos, burgers, pizzas, sliders. So we'll never have animals. We'll never have dairy. We'll never have oil. And by not having those things, the amount of health benefits that we're going to see for anyone that eats there, I don't think it's comparable. I have eaten this diet now for a few years now, and it is quite challenging to find restaurants that don't have oil. We are starting to see more restaurants adopt one vegan menu item, which is a lot healthier than having none.
Right.
At the same time, to find a restaurant that doesn't sell oil is pretty impossible. And I just want to say what the importance of that is. So oil is the most calorie-dense thing we eat, meaning that nothing we eat is going to pack on more calories than the little bit of oil that we may, or even the lot of oil that we may use, just in salad. Now, oil is in every single thing we eat. But if you were to just do salad, right, 1 tablespoon of oil.
Any oil.
Any oil.
Olive oil.
All of it.
Coconut oil.
Oh, do one of these. Okay, so 120 calories in oil. You eat salad 3-4 times a week.
But that's good for you.
Well, it's good for you until you use the oil.
Okay.
Okay, so now all of a sudden we put 300-400 calories of this artery-clogging, fat-inducing oil spill on our body, right? It sounds terrible. I want to make it sound terrible. And we extrapolate that across a year. We've now put about 30,000 calories into our system, what we think is healthy, but all it really is processed junk that is about 8 to 10 pounds. And that's just if we examine the oil in salad dressing. So, if you learn nothing from this, or you don't want to eat at Gladiator Veg, please, when you go home, don't cook with oil anymore. It does absolutely nothing. It might make the food taste a little bit better, but it doesn't help your health in any way. So in any case, we have no dairy, and no animals ever. And,
Okay, so I guess we should say that a doctor has actually worked with you as well.
It's a growing number of doctors.
Right.
So
your menu is not just, let's throw this together. I mean, there's been research and work put into this.
Yes. I mean, my entire background is in gambling. I am not the expert in this. I've been a poker player, and then I founded a gambling company that I sold. I definitely see myself as an entrepreneur, and in doing so, I went out to the experts. I went out to the doctors and said, what are you doing here for the health of your patients? Fortunately, through some business contacts, I've been able to get an audience with a growing number of Michigan doctors, a growing number of doctors across really the nation here. And the facts are out in this. A whole food plant-based diet is the healthiest. Now, we can deviate from that, and I get so many questions on what about this item, or what about that, or what about this? And I don't know why people are wasting their time. Focus on the fact that a whole food plant-based diet is the healthiest. Everything else is slightly less healthy in varying degrees of that. But yeah, the goal of this company is to be the healthiest fast food ever, and we can assure that by growing the number of doctors that we have working with us to help get this word out that this is available, especially in and around the Westland, Michigan community, which will be our first location.
Okay, so that would be your first location.
Yep.
Okay, so let's talk opening sometime, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed in the summer.
Yes.
Let's talk about the employees.
Okay.
Okay,
sure.
So you will need employees.
I hope we need a lot of employees.
You'll need employees.
Yeah.
Tell me about the location.
Okay, so one of the theses here at Gladiator Veg is that parents spend way too much time making food for their children. You and I were talking about this just before with your two daughters, twins?
Twins, boy and girl.
Okay. Just the process of, if you want to go to the grocery store with your kids, you put them in the car, you put them in the child seat, you take them out of the child seat, you go grocery shop. All of the processes, and you as parents know more than I would just how laborious that could be. So one of our thoughts here is we need to create a better Happy Meal, a Happy Meal that doesn't have animals, dairy, or oil, still has the same level of convenience and price. So how do we get this to the market very, very quickly? I thought a great idea for us would be to partner with kind of an expert in the kids' play facility, or I don't know what you call it, play party, something like that.
Party place?
Party place, there we go. Great term. It's called Pump It Up. Pump It Up is a kids' play facility in Westland, Michigan. They have hundreds of kids running through their facility. to celebrate their birthday on a daily or weekly or pretty much weekends. So what we did is we partnered with them. Currently, they sell pizza and tacos, cheese, pizza, all the yummy stuff that we know that goes with pizza and tacos. But they know that their parents want a healthier option. We know that we see a great opportunity in kind of offering a Happy Meal that does this. So we're going to be operating GladiatorVeg out of Westland, out of the Pump It Up in Westland, actually. And we're going to be selling our food to all of the parents that rent parties in that location, as well as operating what will be our first cafe. So this space in Westland is huge. It is 50,000, 100,000, 10 million square feet. It's so big, right? Mm-hmm. It's actually the largest Pump It Up in the country. And the cafe is bigger than this year. It's so big. So it gives us all the room that we need to operate. We can really replicate a lot of the services that I'd want in what will be eventually our standalone and drive-through location, whether you're ordering through the web, whether you order on the web and you show up and you text me and I physically run it out or one of our coworkers do. So we can really replicate a lot of the convenience factors, delivering it anywhere within a 20-minute radius there. So I think I kind of answered it, really trying to accomplish a lot of the convenience for both parents and for customers abroad.
Okay, so a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, right?
And so the first location will be in Westland.
First location's in Westland.
Soon you will be accepting job applications.
Soon we'll be accepting job applications. I like saying that we should be people's best first job, maybe your best last job. Mm-hmm. I think that those are both true. A great thing about working at a small company, whether you're working at GladiatorVeg or any other small company, you're generally working with the founder. Right, so when you're making let's say a first income job at like Home Depot or Target or one of these other huge stores, you're working with 100 other employees, none of which are the founder.
Correct.
So that kind of level of, let's say, knowledge of what the product should be is a very unique thing that you get from a first job in this instance that you would not get from a first job in other instances.
Starting wage.
Starting wage, I love this term, right? So we talked about this too. We have high standards here in America, right? So I hate the term minimum wage. Working in America is never a minimum achievement. Mm-hmm. So we have high standards, $11 an hour. Everyone in the company makes, me included. There's ways to make more than $11 an hour, and that's through achievement through sales, success, and other varieties. But everyone's equal in the Coliseum. So everyone's equal at GladiatorVeg.
Oh, I got that. Gladiator, Coliseum.
Right.
I get it. Okay. Well, listen, it has been a pleasure to talk to you.
Great.
And we are looking forward to knowing when GladiatorVeg opens and to trying all the stuff.
Great. Well, we hope to see it near the end of August.
All right. Awesome. And let us know when you're open for business.
Thanks so much.
All right. Thank you. And we've been joined by Matt Chatlin, West Bloomfield High School alum and owner and founder of GladiatorVeg. And as the sun shines brighter, we spend more time outside. It's important to protect our eyes from the sun. And we sent reporter Lawrence Nyland out to learn about this in this edition of The Biz.
In this glorious age of computers, tablets, and smartphones, a drawback to these technologies is the stress and strain they place on our eyes. Here in West Bloomfield, Henry Ford Optimize is doing its part to combat these and all eye issues. And the key to keeping good optical health starts with a yearly eye exam.
The eye exams are more than just checking for your glasses prescription or contact lens prescription. It's more about checking the eye health as well. So that's why it's important to come in even if you've never had a problem with your eyes. You passed every vision test at school. You passed your driver's test. You may have issues in the back of the eye that you may not have symptoms of, so you wouldn't necessarily know to come in, where we're checking these things early on to make sure that doesn't become a problem for you.
Which brings us to our cell phones and what precautions can we take to prevent any damage from our new national pastime?
The light that comes from these devices, the LED light, actually can have a form of blue light, which can possibly, there are studies still out there on this, possibly cause damage to the back of the eye to put the eyes more at risk for macular degeneration later in life. So the closer you are and the brighter the screen, there's much more risk. So I tell our patients, keep the devices farther away from you, not so bright of a screen. If you put it on the night shift, that's actually easier on your eyes, and to limit the hours that you're looking at the screens, especially children. I tell them all the time, really, unless you need to use these devices for school activities or anything like that, no more than a couple hours a day on the screen is best.
And Dr. Mattia explains an easy trick which may help prevent digital eye strain.
Follow the 20-20-20 rule. In the workplace, you should set up your workstation for good computer vision ergonomics. Your monitor should be about 20 inches away from you, and the center of your screen should be about 5 inches below your eye level. And all of these things can help cut down on problems like eye strain, blurred vision, and dry eyes.
Along with hundreds of frames for prescription glasses, Optimize also features a huge inventory of what is often an overlooked aspect of eye health, sunglasses.
Anytime you're out in the daylight, you should wear sunglasses with 100% UV 400 protection. This can help reduce your chances of getting cataracts or macular degeneration. Even though it isn't sunny every day in Michigan, UV protection is needed even when it's cloudy outside. And polarized lenses are especially great for snow and water sports to cut reflections.
For Civic Center TV, I'm Lawrence Nyland.
For more episodes of The Biz, visit civiccentertv.com/thebiz. And now it's time for our final segment, Person of the Week, people in the community inspiring and providing toward others. And this week's recipient is Kevin Chenet, firefighter and paramedic with the West Bloomfield Fire Department. Wanting to make an even greater impact on our community and surrounding areas, Kevin Chenet worked with his friends at our West Bloomfield Fire Department as well as at the Waterford Regional Fire Department to organize a basketball game that served as a fundraiser in support of the Great Lakes Burn Camp. A day filled with family fun and an entertaining game of hoops, Kevin and his fellow firefighters helped to raise over $11,000 in support of Great Lakes Burn Camp, providing a fun camp experience to 4 children in recovery from experience with burns. For Kevin, protecting the people of our community is only one of his favorite elements of the job. Close, if it not equal, is the ability to make an emotional and spiritual impact on the people he has sworn to protect. For his unwavering work ethic and dedication to bringing positive experiences to the kids of our community and beyond, Kevin Chenet is our Person of the Week. And if you know someone who is making a positive difference, let us know. Send an email to thesplash@civiccentertv.com. We want to congratulate and acknowledge those making a difference in our community, and we appreciate all of your suggestions. Well, that's it for this week's show. You can watch new episodes Mondays at 5:30 p.m. at Civic Center TV on Comcast 15, AT&T 99, and online in HD at civiccentertv.com. And follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Civic Center TV. And for more Metro Detroit news, you can listen to me and Greg Bowman weekdays from 2 to 7 p.m. on WWJ Newsradio 950. And for all our friends in Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, Kego Harbor, and West Bloomfield, I'm Brooke Allen. Thank you for watching The Splat.